Andrew Patrick Wood was an American musician best known as the lead singer for alternative rock bands Malfunkshun and Mother Love Bone. Wood was also known for his flamboyance. Wood formed Malfunkshun in 1980, with his brother Kevin and Regan Hagar. The band used alter ego personas on stage, with Wood using the name Landrew the Love Child. Though the band only had 2 songs released, with Yo Heart and Stars Nu, on the Deep Six compilation album, they are often cited as being among the founding fathers of the Seattle's grunge movement. During his time in Malfunkshun, that Wood started relying heavily on drugs, entering rehab in 1985. By 1988, Malfunkshun had disbanded and Wood began jamming with Green River members Stone Gossard and Jeff Ament. They soon began writing original material and formed Mother Love Bone the same year, adding guitarist Bruce Fairweather and drummer Greg Gilmore to the lineup. The following year, the band signed a deal with Polygram, issuing a 6-song EP, Shine, before going on to tour, supporting the Dogs Dammer. Towards the end of the year, the band recorded their debut album, Apple, which was scheduled for release in 1990. Due to his struggle with drug addiction, Wood checked himself into rehab in 1989, hoping to get clean for the release of Mother Love Bone's debut album. On March 16, 1990, Wood was found in a comatose state by his girlfriend, Zana La Fuente, having overdosed on heroin. Wood was taken to the hospital and placed on life support, but he died 3 days later. Biography. Early life. Wood was born in Columbus, Mississippi, and raised on Bainbridge Island, Washington. He was the youngest of 3 children. Brothers Kevin and Brian. Wood and his brothers were exposed to various music by their parents, who also supported their children when they were learning how to play instruments. Wood became a fan of acts such as Elton John, Queen, Aerosmith, and Kiss. Career. Malfunkshun. In 1980, at the age of 14, Wood formed Malfunkshun with his brother Kevin, recording their first demo tape in April 1980. Drummer Regan Hagar joined soon after with the band, playing shows in Seattle, Washington. Each member adopted on-stage alter egos, with Andrew becoming Landrew the Love Child, Kevin becoming Kvinstein, and Hagar becoming Thunder. Unlike most grunge groups in Seattle, Malfunkshun were influenced by glam rock, with Wood described as a hippie, glammed-out rock and roll god, equal parts Mark Bolan and Jim Morrison, with his look and vocal style influenced by frontmen such as Freddie Mercury, Paul Stanley, and Mark Bolan. By 1985, Wood had started to rely heavily on drugs to help with his rock star persona, and entered rehab the same year. Malfunkshun recorded a number of demos in 1986, 2 of which, with Yo Heart and Stars Nu, were included on the legendary Deep Six compilation album released by CZ Records the same year. The band continued to play shows in Seattle, opening for Soundgarden, the U-Men, and Skin Yard. However, in 1988, Malfunkshun disbanded. Although the band never released an album and were also turned down by Sub Pop for not being grunge enough, Malfunkshun, along with Green River, are often cited as founding fathers of the Seattle's grunge movement. Mother Love Bone and final years. Wood and Hagar began playing with Stone Gossard and Jeff Ament of Green River, which disbanded in 1988, performing, on occasion, as the cover band Lords of the Wasteland. Former Green River guitarist Bruce Fairweather was added to the lineup, while former 10-Minute Warning and Skin Yard drummer Greg Gilmore replaced Hagar, forming Mother Love Bone the same year. The band soon signed a deal with Polygram, and, through their own subsidiary label Stardog, issued a 6-song EP, Shine, in 1989. John Book, of AllMusic, stated that the EP contributed to the buzz about the Seattle music scene. The band spent the rest of the year touring, including shows supporting the Dogs Dammer, and recording their debut album. With high expectations of the album, Wood checked himself into rehab due to his struggle with heroin addiction, hoping to get clean for the release of album, staying there for the remainder of the year. In 1990, the band continued to play shows in Seattle, waiting for the release of their album, Apple. Death. On March 16, 1990, Wood was found in a comatose state by his girlfriend, having overdosed on heroin. Wood was taken to Harborview Hospital and placed on life support. Despite being responsive, Wood had suffered a hemorrhage aneurysm, losing all brain function. On March 19 physicians suggested that Wood be removed from life support. Apple was released posthumously later in the year, receiving positive reviews. David Brown of the New York Times wrote that Apple may be one of the first great hard rock records of the 90s, and that Andrew Wood could have been the first of the big league Seattle rock stars. Legacy. In the year following his death, Wood's former roommate Chris Cornell of Soundgarden wrote 2 songs, Reach Down, and Say Hello to Heaven, in tribute to his late friend. Cornell then approached Gassard and Ament about releasing the songs as singles before collaborating on an album. Adding drummer Matt Cameron, future Pearl Jam lead guitarist Mike McCready, and future Pearl Jam lead singer Eddie Vedder, they formed Temple of the Dog in 1990 to pay tribute to Wood, releasing one self-titled album in 1991. Fellow Seattle band Alice in Chains dedicated their debut album Facelift to Wood. The song Wood, included in their second album Dirt, was written about Wood and other singers who had died as a result of drugs. In the liner notes of Alice in Chains' Music Bank box set collection, Jerry Cantrell said of the song, in 1992, Polygram reissued both Shine and Apple as the compilation album Mother Love Bone, while the song Chloe Dancer Crown of Thorns was included on the soundtrack to the film's singles. The same year, Los Angeles band Faster Pussycat wrote the song Mr. Love Dog, from the album Whipped. In tribute to Wood, Bradley Torino of Allmusic stated that the song offered a sad elegy to another charismatic figure in the metal world. Seattle rockers War Babies, which briefly featured Mother Love Bone's Jeff Ament on bass, dedicated the song Blue Tomorrow, off their eponymous 1992 debut album to Wood. In 1993, Seattle post-grunge band Candlebox released their self-titled debut featuring the single Far Behind, which was written in memory of Wood. Wood's former bandmate Stone Gossard compiled Malfunkshun recordings from 1986-87 and released the studio album Return to Olympus through his Loose Groove Records label in 1995. In 2005, director Scott Barber completed production on the documentary Malfunkshun, The Andrew Wood Story. The film documents Wood's music career as well as his family background. A film premiered at the Seattle International Film Festival. In October of the same year, the film was screened at the FAIF Film Festival in Hollywood, California. The film was released in 2011 on DVD as part of a 2 CD plus DVD set entitled Malfunkshun, The Andrew Wood Story, including the Return to Olympus album, a bonus CD including many interviews and demos, and the movie on the DVD disc. On July 7, 2015 at a NYC show, Slipknot and Stone Sour frontman Corey Taylor performed Chloe Dancer. Discography = Other appearances = Videography. References. Further reading, Fuchs, Maxim W. The Death Proclamation of Generation X, A Self-Fulfilling Prophecy of Goth, Grunge and Heroin, A Universe. ISBN 978-0-595-46319-0.